As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Week 11 concludes with a PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on 10-Band TV presented by the Academy of Podiatry. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, back again here at the USA rink inside the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville, Pennsylvania, as we count down the final days of what has been truly the year of the Deer. It's the Deer Lakes Lancers, the number 2 team in the gold division of Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League Division II, playing host to the Wilmington Greyhounds. And that's your matchup for game number 1, and the Lancers trying to keep pace tonight with the first place team in the gold division, the Bishop Canevin Crusaders, which handed the Lancers their only loss to this point back on the 21st of November. Since then, Deer Lakes has won back-to-back games, including a 13-3 drubbing of Trinity last Tuesday at Prinscape Arena. They win tonight. That's called a winning streak. And a big key for the Lancers continues to be the play of A.J. Schaff. 3 goals, 4 assists in that win over Trinity. And Schaff is methodically climbing his way up the Division II scoring ladder. Schaff, a junior forward wearing number 32 in white for Deer Lakes tonight. 14 goals and 10 assists, both put him number 5 in those categories in Division II. 24 points total puts him number 6 in the Division II scoring race. 11 points, incredibly, in his last 2 games. And the last time these teams met here on Alpha Ice Complex ice in the regular season opener for Deer Lakes, the Lancers were victorious 8-1. Half those goals belonged to Schaff. And for the Wilmington Greyhounds, a team coached by Matt Miller, a co-op program of their own that is 4 years young, made up of players from Elwood City, Mohawk, Newcastle, and Union school districts. They're a team that made the Division II playoffs a year ago and trying to get through the growing pains of losing a lot of key players from that team to graduation and learn how to win again. And it can be a vicious cycle when you're not winning. To wit, Wilmington rallying from 3-0 down to tie their last game with Elizabeth Forward at 4, only to fall to the Warriors 5-4 back on the 28th of November at Hess Ice Rink. They've lost 3 straight overall since their last victory, which was also their only road win to date this season. They also beat Trinity at the time by a final score of 8-3. In the loss to Elizabeth Forward, Noah King with 2 goals and an assist. That was his 3rd multi-goal game this season. But the big key offensively over the course of the season for the Greyhounds has been the play of number 78, the junior forward Andrew Cartwright, who's donning dark blue and maize, I guess you could say. Those Michigan-esque uniforms that the Greyhounds are wearing certainly stand out. And Cartwright with 9 goals and 12 points on the season. 3 of those goals have come on special teams, and he had his 3-game goal streak snapped in that Elizabeth Forward contest. So Coach Miller's certainly hoping that he can get going again. Ditto Noah King, if the Greyhounds have any kind of hope of keeping pace with this very talented and very well-rounded Deer Lakes offense coached by John Merlo. The Lancers, a team comprised of players from Apollo Ridge, Ambridge, Eden Christian Academy, and Aquinas Academy school districts, playing their first post-pandemic season as a PIHL varsity squad, and they've scored 53 goals as a team, which puts them 4th out of the dozen teams, in Division II this season. And so we're just about set to go here from Harmarville for game 1 of 2 tonight as we round out the 11th week of regular season play in 2022-2023. And we've got some exciting stuff on tap for you in the second half of the season, some senior nights and some team reunions coming at you, so you're going to want to stay tuned to 10-Band TV for that. And the Lancers are finally out of their pregame huddle, about to receive some last-moment coaching instructions. Getting the nod in goal tonight for the visiting Greyhounds is going to be the junior Tag Walker, the Iron Man for that club. He's played all 408 minutes of varsity action for the Greyhounds this season, carrying a 2-6 record in tonight's contest, as does his team. The Lancers, a team coming in with a 7-1 overall mark. Deer Lakes with 14 points, good for second place, as I said, in the gold division of Division II. Wilmington with 4 points, good for fifth place in the gold division of Division II. The top 4 in each division get into the Division II playoffs. And at the other end, we have a PIHL Player of the Month, Ben Coral, getting the nod in goal for Deer Lakes as we are underway. And the Lancers fight for the opening faceoff and control it, skating from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin the game. Noah King, the junior, pushing it up ahead and behind the Deer Lakes goal line. But a misplay there at the blue line leads Tucker Ligo, the senior defenseman, to play the puck for Wilmington defensively. And retreating is Noah Monswell, the Wilmington captain, as he takes a bump from behind from Zach Nacy. Greyhounds with a little trouble getting this puck out of their own end, and Deer Lake steals. They have it between the circles. It's down low on the doorstep of Walker, and he knocks it out of there with a goaltender stick as Monswell helps his mates get it back to center. Noah King bumped off that puck as the Greyhounds change on the go here. Hank Shineri gets it deep. Shineri tied for second on the team with 12 points. 10 of those points are assists as Andrew Cartwright comes the other way for Wilmington. Cartwright left circle. That shot was blocked by Shineri, and Shineri got shaken up a bit on that play. The alternate captain of DL getting up slowly as his shot from the point is deflected wide of Coral by Luke Zanizer, the senior defenseman. Coral with a kick save there as Shane Bayek, the junior, fires that on goal from right in front. So a good shift here by Wilmington early in a scoreless first period as the Lancers will ice this puck with 15:16 to go. Coral, sixth in minutes played in the Division II, the second division of PIHL hockey. 386 minutes, 15 seconds on record for him. Second in victories with 7 of those. Tied for second with his 198 goals against average, and he is the Division II leader in save percentage with a .922 mark. A lot of times those save percentages can be even more telling than GAA. Coral, as I said, a player of the month in the PIHL in the month of October, and we were here for one of his earlier victories, a decision over Carrick that you can watch on demand right now on 10-band TV. Represented Division II teams in Ambridge and Avonworth the last 2 seasons before Deer Lakes rebooted their varsity program. And here come the Lancers, 3 men strong. Shot from distance, gloved down by Walker. The rebound cleared out of there. Good play by Ligo. And a chance the other way possibly for Wilmington. Going in after this dump in is Sean Carmichael. But Deer Lakes is going to be able to play it back to neutral ice. Sean McIntyre, left circle, driving the net, makes a move, forgot the puck. And the Greyhounds come back in transition. Here's Noah King over the blue line, right side. Dumps it in behind Coral, who leaves his net to play it. Carmichael watches this puck come back to center. McIntyre in hot pursuit for DL. He has it. He drives the net, makes his move. Glove save Walker, and the rebound skitters wide. Volmer with a good keep at the blue line. Nacy going in after it, but it looks like Monswell's going to get there first. He'll peel back, and Murphy dumped this puck through center, and Coral's going to have to play it. So no icing here. And a miscue there defensively by Owen Neidig allows the Greyhounds to apply some offensive pressure here deep, and a chance at the side of the net for King, but he couldn't tee it up. And it looks like Neidig, the Deer Lakes captain, got a stick in the way of the attempted shot as the Lakers counterattack and put this puck off the side of the net. Ryan Grunden, who had a natural hat trick in that aforementioned win over Carrick, just shot that puck wide. Jake Bradley behind his own net defensively for Deer Lakes, and the sophomore will pull back into the far corner and play it to the opposite corner now as the Lancers methodically get it back to center red. Nacy in over the line, offside, as we remain scoreless with 12:52 to go in the first. Face-off coming up just outside the Wilmington blue line. Cartwright to take it for the Greyhounds against Mark Rowan's winner, the junior forward for Deer Lakes. And a little bit of a delay before the face-off as one of the Deer Lakes team officials was getting escorted by one of the referees carefully back to the DL bench. As Gio Porco has it deep in Wilmington territory for Deer Lakes, plays it through the blue paint wide of everybody. Bradley trying to keep it into the blue line. He can't. DL retreating to play this puck, but we got a hand pass called here against the Lancers. So we drop the puck at center ice, and Deer Lakes with a clean faceoff win this time. Outlet pass a little too heavy for the intended target, RJ Noulet, and this will be icing on DL. Faceoff coming up to Coral's right. The senior has faced 2 shots on goal thus far, as has his counterpart, Tag Walker. Walker had 24 saves in that season-opening loss to DL back on the 3rd of October. And flying down the left wing is Sean McIntyre. McIntyre off of Walker's right toe, and the rebound goes in behind the goal line. Now McIntyre finding all kinds of space to work with and shoot in this first period, but still can't buy a goal. This 50-50 battle won by Deer Lakes. Volmer from the point. That shot deflected wide by Nacy, who was looking for a greasy goal there to begin the scoring tonight. Greyhounds trying to outmuscle the Lancers and play this puck. They can't. On the backhand, here's a shot put just wide. And that was Nacy pulling the trigger again. As he does from center point, that shot blocked. The follow-up try put off the leg of Walker, and the rebound is scooped up immediately by Gage Miller. Miller unable to clear. But Alex Rogers, the freshman, is going to be able to get this puck back to center. Lancers retreating defensively as Matt Miller wants to make a line change here. And the Lancers miscommunicate on that outlet pass. And coming the other way is Gage Miller. Miller centers it on the doorstep. Was number 98, Noah King, but unable to take that pass, and here comes McIntyre the other way. He shoots, he scores! Sean McIntyre nuzzles that nylon and through sheer determination makes it 1-0 Deer Lakes. McIntyre with a number of quality chances with 6 minutes gone by in this first period, and he finally makes good on one to open the scoring for the home team. McIntyre's 9th of the season puts Deer Lakes on the board first. 25th first period goal of the season for the Lancers. They lead Division II in that category. So they're a team that's accustomed to starting games strong. Rowan's winner centers it. Backhander just put wide of Walker. That was Gio Porco trying to find the net. Bradley in deep for Deer Lakes as he puts a bump into the back of Ligo. Outlet pass for Sean Carmichael. Carmichael tried to get around a man at the blue line. That was Neidig, the Deer Lakes captain, nothing doing. Here's a chance the other way for the Lancers. Cross ice pass intended for Gio Porco, not to be. And Gage Miller pokes it back to center, but waiting right there defensively is Ryan Bogash, the sophomore. Ligo back to the red line for Miller, who gains the red line and dumps it in. And Gage Miller, the alternate captain, comes off for a line change here. Puck sent deep into Deer Lake's territory. Coral plays it to his left. Good keep at the point there by Zanizer. Cartwright on his backhand trying to shake loose of the man covering him. That's Mason Servone, the freshman. Gets it to the point for Zanizer. Zanizer right into the stomach of Coral, who jumps out in front to freeze it. Coral got the win in that 2022-2023 lid lifter back on the 3rd of October. Only had to face 10 shots on goal. Played only 40 minutes of action in that contest, but still got credit for the result. 9 saves. Again, that was an 8-1 victory for the Lancers in their first game back as a varsity squad since before the pandemic, as Coral covers up for another face-off, and John Merlo wants to change personnel before the puck drops. And so McIntyre, the Lancers scorer, watches his mates fight for this puck, and Deer Lakes comes back into Wilmington territory. Here's Grundon between the circles, 1-on-2. Grundon trying to find space, he can't. Good gap control there by Wilmington. Near side it comes to Bradley. Bradley through a crowd. Good kick save by Walker. The rebound. Score! And that was like shooting fish in a barrel for Zach Nacy, the junior, as he smashes that rebound into the exposed net, and Deer Lakes doubles its lead. 2-0 Lancers, 8:55 to play, first period. Nacy's 4th of his junior campaign. McIntyre wins the faceoff and pushes it deep into Wilmington territory. And the Greyhounds get it back to center. Chance Miller is dumped hard by Nacy, who just got that goal for Deer Lakes. And it's now a 2-goal advantage for Deer Lakes. Lancers trying to win on home ice for the 4th time this season in as many tries. Nacy over the line. Nacy through a man. Nacy wide of the goal. Grundon goes backpedaling for the rebound, and he'll have to tag up as he plays his puck at center red. Both teams trying to make changes here as we pass the midpoint of period 1. Gio Porco splits the defense, puts it on goal. Save made, rebound. That was pushed to the near corner as Walker continues to battle between the pipes. Sean Carmichael comes back 1-on-2. He's hammered by Neidig, and that jars the puck loose for Deer Lakes to play it defensively. Near side, it's dumped in by Newlay, and this shot is partially deflected as Rowan's winner was trying to pull the trigger right out in front. Carmichael coming back with Noah King, 2-on-2, but the puck got poke checked by Neidig, and it's played to the opposite corner behind the Deer Lakes net. Zanizer retreating, goes D-to-D with Mitch Covert, the junior. This outlet pass went to the wrong shoulder, if you will, of Mason Servone, so the Greyhounds are going to gather it in deep in their own territory. Delayed offside here on Deer Lakes as Porco has to tag up. Bradley behind his own net. Plays it blindly for Newlay. Servone unable to get this puck back to center. But Jack Zawolnicki will be able to do so. Greyhounds misplay it off the boards. And now Beckett Miller will outlet it to Noah King. King over the blue line. King puts it weakly on goal, covered by Coral, who will take no chances. Face off to Coral's left. Cervone, the freshman, to take it. And it was actually won by Cartwright. But the Greyhounds unable to sustain much pressure off the face-off win, and they just dump it into Deer Lake's territory where it's played defensively by Bogash. Cartwright puts it off a man, and now the Greyhounds appear to be offside. Actually, that was not offside. I'm a bit puzzled on what the call was there as the faceoff comes inside Deer Lake's territory, but in any event, we're back to action here with under 6 to go in the first period, and the Lancers up 2-0. Deer Lake's having trouble with the clear, but eventually they do get it back to center as David McCombs plays it up for Zach Nacy. Monswell for Miller. Beckett Miller, that is, as Ligo plays it off a couple Deer Lake's bodies into Lancer territory. Jackson Vollmer from behind his own net. And tried to play it between the circles, but Rogers was right there defensively for Wilmington. McCombs unable to keep it inside the zone. This outlet pass a little too heavy for Chance Miller. Miller goes for a ride there with Vollmer as Vollmer stands him up in the corner, and the puck comes back to center where the Lancers try to kick it up ahead. McIntyre can't do that though. Zanizer gets it deep for the Greyhounds. Played behind the Deer Lake's net near side. And floated wide of the net. Coral coming out of his crease a bit dangerously perhaps to play the puck as this lead pass finds the tape of McIntyre. McIntyre, can he get there in time? He does, and he puts it through the legs and wide of Tag Walker. Oh, a break there for the Greyhounds. McIntyre a bit disappointed with himself that he couldn't finish that one off as Porco has this puck roll off his stick at the last moment. Greyhounds gather it in, and Zanizer skates it himself up to center. He kicks it into Deer Lake's territory, but the Lancers are right there waiting, 3 men abreast. And they tap it up ahead to Gio Porco, who enters the Wilmington zone. Noah King with a good poke check there to send the play the other direction for the Greyhounds. Carmichael off balance snapshot. Good save there by Coral when the rebound is put wide of the crease. This lead pass hits Rowans-Winter. Rowans-Winter trying to get a step on Justin German as this one-timer is put just wide of the right post by Porco. 3.5 to play in this first period. Deer Lake's eager to add to its 2-0 lead. Up it comes now to Porco. Porco taps at it. And Deer Lakes fights for this puck as Walker makes a nifty little glove save there on Cervone from medium distance. And that'll force a face-off in Greyhounds territory with 3:06 to go in the period. And off the face-off, it's put just wide by Blake Toback, the freshman. To the point it comes for Jake Bradley. Cervone lets it go into the corner. Now comes to the half wall trying to play this puck. Instead it'll go to Bradley. Bradley, that almost caught a friendly deflection from Tucker Ligo as it bounced in on Walker, and Walker jumps out in front to cover the puck. The light behind him goes on, but the puck is not over the line. It's underneath the glove hand of the junior, Tag Walker. Face-off coming up to Walker's left. Won cleanly by the Lancers. Cross ice they go to McIntyre. McIntyre to Bogash, who couldn't keep it inside the zone. Deer Lakes has to tag up. And so they will concede possession to Cartwright. Cartwright up ahead to Shane Bayek. Bayek's shot deflected off a Deer Lake stick and into the protective netting behind Ben Coral. Face off to Coral's right. And it's won by Deer Lakes again. Here comes McIntyre, flying down that left side. This time he's ridden off the puck by Monswell, but Deer Lakes still has it behind the net. Up to the point it comes. Shot through a crowd, was kicked up into the netting. I believe that caught the skate of Zach Nacy. And this faceoff is going to come outside the Wilmington zone. Now that's a good call by that USA Hockey official to see that puck. It was a difficult one to see, and I think it's the right one. I think it caught Nacy's skate before it went out of play. And we know officials hear it a lot, so hey, let's give them some props when they get a tough one right. Volmer deep into the Wilmington zone, where it's played around the boards by Mitch Covert. It goes beyond the reach of Alex Rogers, the forward ahead of the play for Wilmington, and Deer Lakes plays it just outside their own blue line. Final minute and a half of first period play with the Lancers up 2-0. And it looks like Grundon didn't quite have the red line when he sent that puck deep, and so this is going to be icing against Deer Lakes as John Merlot completes his line change. And you can do that in high school hockey, unlike the NHL when you ice the puck. So we soldier on here as Carmichael tries to shoot it from above the right circle, but there were too many sticks in the way. Newlay defensively for Deer Lakes. For Leidig, the team captain. Bradley from his own corner surveys the play, sends it up ahead to Porco. Porco onto the tape of Rowenswinter. Rowenswinter bumped off the puck neatly by Gage Miller. Centering play. Walker has it, doesn't know where it is. It's behind him. The Lancers have scored with just under a minute to play in the first period. And it is R.J. Newlay with his 7th of the season. And his first at 5-on-5, believe it or not. And it's a 3-0 lead for Deer Lakes. A correction, that's his 4th at 5-on-5. The other 3 have been special teams tallies. Kick save there by Coral on a bad angle shot taken by Monswell, and a chance the other way right off the rebound for Rowenswinter as he's sandwiched by a couple of Greyhounds, but continues to fight to play this puck. He still has it on his tape. He centers it in front. Turnaround try. It's still loose. Walker snatches it out of midair after fumbling it for a moment as players push and shove. Newlay, the goal scorer for Deer Lakes a moment ago, not happy about whatever transpired at the end of that sequence, but we play on and we continue to do so at 5-on-5 with 22.5 seconds to go in this first period. Cartwright against Nacy, and Wilmington wins this draw as Cartwright goes behind his own net. Last rush of the period here for Wilmington. And Cartwright trying to take matters into his own hands, goes 1-on-2, puts it wide of Coral's right leg. 6 seconds left. Cartwright with it in the left circle. Turnaround try is blocked, and McIntyre will skate it out of harm's way as the first period comes to an end. Deer Lakes in command, 3-0 over Wilmington here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmerville. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching it on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry. First period shots on goal belong to the Lancers by a 12-8 count. And Deer Lake's also ahead where it matters, 3-0, as the Wilmington Greyhounds make that long trek from Lawrence and Mercer counties to battle it out in Division II Gold Division action here in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League tonight. Lancers control the second period faceoff as the teams have switched sides. And there you hear the belated goal announcement for RJ Newlay of Deer Lakes. Again, his 7th of the year. His goal preceded by goals by Sean McIntyre and Zach Nacy, both at even strength. And here comes Deer Lakes looking for a 4th, as this cross-ice pass was too strong for McIntyre. Ryan Grunden watches Monswell play this puck defensively for Wilmington. Neidig has it, pinching in deep to keep it alive as Walker watches it go to the side of the net. It's jammed at. And is it in? No, it's pinned up against the side of the net. Somehow Walker kept that left leg in place. One of his better saves of the night, just 56 seconds into the second period. Rowan's winner takes the face-off against Pitzer, and the Lancers win it, and this rebound attempt is put wide of the goal, deflected wide by a Greyhound stick. Walker playing this puck, doesn't know where it is. It's loose out in front. Officials lost sight of it. Wilmington getting a bit of a break there on the quick whistle, and there will be another face-off in the Greyhound zone. Rowan's winter against the junior Nate Pitzer again. And again, Deer Lakes wins the faceoff, and they fire it on goal right off the draw, and Walker had to make a glove save there as the Greyhounds get it back to center. Patterson playing this puck into the offensive zone for Wilmington, but Deer Lakes has it. Neidig up to Newlay. Newlay bumped off the puck by Chance Miller. Deer Lakes retreating, trying to reset the play here from their own zone. Rowanswinter had that pass go off his skate, and the Greyhounds try to send it back towards center, but Covert unable to do so. Near side it comes, and Bogash ridden off that puck by Pitzer. But Pitzer unable to break free and get an attempt on goal as the Greyhounds go for a line change. Here come the Lancers. Far corner, Wilmington intercepts, unable to clear. And Newlay lost an edge there as Porco keeps it onside for Deer Lakes. Zayanizer bumped off the puck. Zawolnicki toward the goal. That went wide of the net, and the rebound is whiffed on at the side of the cage. Oh, a quality chance there as it was Blake Toback, the freshman, who had a yawning net. A bit of a freshman mistake there, unable to finish that play as it remains 3-0 with 14:10 to go to the ice cut as Coral denies Beckett Miller from point-blank range. And that puck goes under Coral's stick, and a break almost for Cartwright as he tried to put it into the open net at the other end, but the angle was too tight to shoot at. Now it's played back to center by the Lancers. Gage Miller with it over the blue line. Sends it deep. King going in after it. King to his forehand. King through the defense. King through a crowd. That shot blocked. The rebound is loose down low. Fighting for it was Gage Miller, but couldn't get it cleanly on net as Deer Lakes ices the puck with 13:17 to go to the ice cut. Three Deer Lakes goals in the first period. Now for Wilmington, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we told you about their rally against Elizabeth Forward, and they've scored 26 goals as a team this season, which, here's a chance the other way for McIntyre. McIntyre had it roll off his stick at the last moment. And a follow-up save made by Walker. Nacy with a steal. Nacy in deep now for Deer Lakes. To the corner it comes. Now back to Vollmer at the left point. Vollmer's pass intercepted. And a chance the other way for Carmichael. Carmichael to the goal. Save made by Coral. He tried to go 5-hole and Coral said you'll get nothing and like it. Well, to finish my thought, Wilmington, 26 goals as a team coming in, which doesn't sound great compared to the numbers we quoted you earlier for Deer Lakes, but 21 of those 26 goals have come after the first period. So the Hounds, a team that tends to grow into games, and let's see how they react here, being down big early. They've certainly been in this position before, and just a couple weeks ago, were able to battle back on home ice. Coming the other way for Deer Lakes is Bradley. Bradley ducks around a couple of checks there behind the goal line. Resets tonight. Igniting never made it through, excuse me. Bouncing puck played in the neutral zone by Bradley. Up for McIntyre. McIntyre floating to the left circle, centering pass, nobody home to take it. Greyhounds hack at it a couple times, and they do finally get it back to center. Nacy trying to get a little too fancy, trying to handle that pass as Zanheiser's shot is blocked. Bogash not quite able to clear. As peeling back as Nacy to try and play this puck. Zanheiser has it for Wilmington. Zanheiser trying to win the foot race with Bogash, and that puck given away to Bayek. Bayek's shot went off Coral, and I think that caught a piece of the post. Some great chances in the second period for Wilmington, but still can't find the 4x6. Shot off the side of the net now, and Walker got a piece of that at the other end as Jackson Vollmer tried to do it all himself. Puck turned over to Gio Porco. Centered out in front for Newlay. Newlay couldn't pull the trigger on that one-timer. Covert up ahead. Snapshot from the top of the right circle is settled down by Coral. As Cartwright, I think, was trying to draw a penalty there after the play, but won't have any such luck as he skates back toward the Wilmington bench with something of a wry smile. He and Vollmer chit-chat as John Merlot wants to make a line change too. Clean face-off win for the Greyhounds, and Coral had to be ready for that shot. Miller through a crowd, deflected on goal. Oh, King tried to go between the wickets. But Coral covers again. Noah King fan on that shot. The follow-up, Coral makes the save again. It's loose at the side of the net. And Gage Miller was trying to crash the net for the rebound, but Coral stood his ground, and a penalty coming up now on Wilmington as Porco was hauled down from behind, entering the Wilmington zone. And it's going to be a tripping call on the Greyhounds with 10:21 to go in the second. And the #1 power play in PIHL Division II will go to work, trying to add to a 3-goal lead, as Noah King will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. McIntyre out here to take the face-off to begin the Deer Lakes power play, but Wilmington wins it. Monswell unable to clear. McIntyre operating from the left side. Has Bradley open, goes that way. Bradley goes back to McIntyre. McIntyre for Bradley. Behind the net. Grundon unable to catch up to that puck, and the Greyhounds clear. Good work down low by Monswell. Minute and a half to go in the minor penalty to King. 9:50 to go in the second period. First power play of the game for either side, as Bradley was poke checked there, and a chance maybe shorthanded the other way for Shane Bayek. Bayek content to just get this puck deep and come off for Carmichael, as Wilmington takes more time off the penalty clock. Wilmington, not a bad penalty killing team, 6th in the classification, coming in at 77.8%. as that shot attempt was blocked before it could make it on goal. And again, Wilmington gets a clear as Deer Lakes has to tag up to play this puck. And Monswell will float this puck through center ice, and Coral has to go fetch. 40 to go in the power play. Here comes Nacy through center. Nacy in behind the goal line. Reverses his ground, comes out in front, shoots, save made Walker. The rebound, Nacy fighting for it. McIntyre pries it away from Gage Miller and pays a price for that, as Wilmington again is able to clear the zone. Monswell doing the Lord's work on this penalty kill for Matt Miller. And finally, he'll come off here in the final moments of the minor infraction on Noah King. Last chance of the power play for Roundswinter. Roundswinter to the goal, puts it just wide. Big penalty kill there by Wilmington to keep it a 3-goal affair. And coming right out of the box is King. He has Carmichael open. Can't connect with him, though. Miller for King. King watched all the way by Bogash, and Bogash pokes that puck away. Lancer's unable to clear. Cartwright, top of the left circle. Through a crowd, King couldn't deflect it on net. Zanizer from his backhand for Miller. Now Deer Lakes will flip it through center, and this will go far enough for icing with 7:46 to go to the ice cut. Zawolnicki on to take the face off, but it's won cleanly by Wilmington, and a shot by Cartwright from right in tight is denied by Coral, who made himself big to make that save. Now that senior showing off his experience there, immediately cutting down the angle to deny the quality chance by the Wilmington alternate captain. Now this puck battle going to be won by the Lancers as Volmer rides his man off the puck. Poked at by Roundswinter. And sent deep into Wilmington territory, not far enough for icing. Covert has to play it behind his own goal and outlets it to Beckett Miller. Miller up ahead for Cartwright. Cartwright onside. Couldn't survive the poke check. And Rowan's winner comes in transition for Deer Lakes. Rowan's winner 1-on-4. Zawolnicki trying to back up the play. He'll leave it for Vollmer instead. Zawolnicki trying to go back to Vollmer. This pass intercepted by Wilmington, and they Murphy dump it back into Deer Lakes territory. Neidig from behind his own net. Greyhounds changing on the fly. Off McIntyre's stick. One-touch pass a little too far for Grundon as Monswell nearly went for a ride there in neutral ice. McIntyre falls victim to the left wing lock, and he fights off a check from Nate Pitzer that jars the puck loose. And from distance, this shot taken by Patterson that made it wide of the goal. Patterson centers it for Pitzer. Pitzer too well covered. Deer Lakes unable to clear. Finally, they get it back to center, and the Lancers might have a 2-on-1 if McIntyre can get to it cleanly, but he can't. Hard hit by Nacy on one of the Greyhounds. That was Patterson getting the worst of that one. And the Greyhounds retaliate as this puck is put right out in front of the shot. And a goal by the Deer Lakes Lancers. It's a 4-0 lead for DL. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Zach Nacy, his second of the night. And Nacy just picked up that puck and had Tag Walker at his mercy. So the Lancers do add on in the second period with 5:40 to play, and they continue to be very much in control here on home ice. As this puck for Newlay is going to be captured briefly by the Deer Lakes Junior, but he can't hang on. Shoulder bump there on one of the Lancers. That was Rowan's winner. Out it comes to Porco. Porco's shot pass through a crowd was deflected wide. And here come the Greyhounds the other way. King fighting for this puck. Reaches back for it. Carmichael there to back him up. Rowan's winner pokes it free. And Deer Lakes has a 3-on-2 if it hurries. Here's Newlay around a man. Newlay to the goal on his backhand. Save made Walker. Rebound cleared out of there. Good work defensively by Justin German, the sophomore. Rowan's winner. Around a check. Sends it to nobody in particular, and Noah King's going to take that puck and flip it up to center for Carmichael. Picked off by McCombs defensively for Deer Lakes. And here's Mason Cervone the other way for DL. Draw pass to Bradley, but we get a whistle as the net has come off its moorings behind Walker. 4.5 to go to the ice cut here at the Alpha Ice Complex, where we bring you PIHL Hockey Night Live action on 10-Band TV. Game 1 of 2 of our Thursday night Week 11 doubleheader. And it's a 4-0 lead for the Deer Lakes Lancers over the Wilmington Greyhounds as the Lancers look to keep pace with Bishop Canevin atop the gold division of PIHL Division 2. To the point it comes for Jake Bradley. Bradley through a crowd. Save made Walker. Rebound. Oh, that was whiffed on by Zawolnicki. Otherwise, he would have had a wide open net to shoot at. Monswell clears it up to center. Vollmer on his backhand plays it. Nearly hit one of the officials in the helmet there, but no harm done. Coral lets this puck go through his legs. Bayek in deep to play it for Wilmington as he takes a shoulder check from one of the Lancers. And one of the Deer Lakes players gets knocked to the ice. That was Zawolnicki, who took a couple of hard hits from Bayek. Here's a steal by Deer Lakes in the meantime by Vollmer for Zawolnicki. Zawolnicki sends it into the Wilmington zone. Monswell sends it back towards center. Deer Lakes from its own zone. Up ahead as it goes off the skate of Cervone. And coming the other way is Cartwright. Cartwright snaps it on goal. Save made. Coral doesn't know where it is. It's still loose, and Coral makes a snow angel to freeze that puck as the whistle had blown before Wilmington could do anything about it. The Greyhounds just trying anything they can to interrupt the senior's rhythm, but he remains dialed in here with 15 saves and counting. Lancers off the face-off win, play it around the boards defensively. That's Bogash doing the honors. Up ahead now for Nacy. Nacy to the goal, makes his move. Backhander, save made Walker. Walker stuck right with him, and the turnaround try is stopped again by Walker. Nacy that close to the hat trick, but it'll have to wait a little while longer. Face-off in Wilmington territory with 3 to go in the period. King for Gage Miller. And Miller and Nacy exchange pleasantries as this puck is played deep in the Deer Lake zone. Oh, blind centering pass there by Carmichael, trying to get cute, but nobody there to take it. Nida gets rubbed off the puck by King. And the Lancers will play it back to neutral ice. McIntyre, 1-on-3. McIntyre poked cleanly. And that was a good play there by Ligo to stand him up as Neidig retreats. And a giveaway there to Carmichael, given right back to McIntyre. McIntyre around one man, around a second. McIntyre off balance on goal, save made, rebound, put wide. That was Grundon trying to follow up and tap it home. And Grundon has it now for the Lancers. No, that's McIntyre again, I'm sorry. Sneaky little pass there to the Deer Lakes junior. McIntyre looking for his second of the night. McCombs defensively for DL. Pinches to play the puck. McIntyre back to the right point for Nacy. Nacy through a crowd. That went off a Wilmington skate. Looked like Zanizer got in the way of that one. And Deer Lakes has to tag up now in the final minute 20 of second period play. Give away to Gio Porco. Porco for Newlay. Newlay puts it over the net and off the glass. Bradley at the right point. Porco in pursuit of this puck for Deer Lakes. Down low, and a bad angle shot goes in. It's 5-0 Lancers. And Mark Rowenswinter, the junior, celebrates his 4th of the campaign. With exactly 1 minute till they cut the ice at the Alpha Ice Complex. It's a 5-0 lead for DL. Newlay backpedaling. And back to center it comes for Porco. Newlay losing an edge there as Rowenswinter shoulders a man into the glass trying to play this puck, which comes all the way back into the Deer Lakes end, in behind the goal line. It's sent off the boards and beyond the reach of Bayek. Rowenswinter picking up some speed as he tries to play it. Newlay's going to take it over the line. Rowenswinter just couldn't tag up in time, and Deer Lakes is offside. And in the final seconds of the period, the Greyhounds look to take something positive into the locker room here as they play it near side. Cartwright, cross ice for Zanizer. That shot denied off the blocker hand of Ben Coral. 3 seconds to go. That's it and that's all. And so it's Zamboni time here in Harmarville. And time for us to step aside for our fine sponsor, the Academy of Podiatry, among others, on this PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on 10-Band TV. The Deer Lakes Lancers in the driver's seat as they lead the Wilmington Greyhounds 5-0 after 2 periods of play here at the Alpha Ice Complex. I'm Matt Popchock, and we've got third period action coming up in just a little bit.
Well, I got sunshine. If I could catch it in a bottle, I would save it for a rainy day. Yeah. American boy, small hometown, little slice of heaven everywhere I look around. Got a baseball field, a swimming pool, a fishing hole, and more. Got everything I need and it's
Jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com. Ah, look at him. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion. Shock with that. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you can stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Well, I got sunshine. If I could catch it in a bottle, I would save it for a rainy day. American boy, small hometown, little slice of heaven everywhere I look around. Got a baseball field, a swimming pool, a fishing hole, and more. Got everything I need in it.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Well, I got sunshine. If I could catch it in a bottle, I would save it for a rainy day. Yeah. American boy, small hometown, little slice of heaven everywhere I look around. Got a baseball field, a swimming pool, a fishing hole and more. Got everything I need and it's right.
And Matt Popchock back here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville, Pennsylvania, coming at you from the USA rink where everything's better on ice, as they say around here. And the Deer Lakes Lancers certainly looking pretty good themselves on ice. What a return to the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. Appear to be well on their way to starting the season 8-1 and really establishing themselves as a factor in the Division II championship race this season. Doing it without their leading scorer, A.J. Schaff, who has not appeared in tonight's game. Both teams keeping kind of a short bench, but it hasn't mattered because Schaff's teammates are all picking up the slack. Gio Porco now has 4 points in his last 2 games. Zach Nacy now has a 3-game goal streak. Sean McIntyre with 4 points over his last 3 outings with his goal tonight, and it was McIntyre who got the party started for Deer Lakes, 5:57 into the first period. An unassisted goal to make it 1-0 Lancers, and 2 minutes, 8 seconds later, Nacy with his first of the evening from Jake Bradley to make it a 2-0 game. R.J. Newlay with 57 seconds to go in the period from Porco and Rowan's winner to make it 3-0 Deer Lakes after 1. In the second period, Nacy's second from Ryan Grundon at 11:19. And then with exactly 1 minute remaining to the ice cut, Rowan's winner scored from Porco. And that is where we stand right now. Lancers controlling the puck on this freshly cut ice and backhanded in on goal, where it's covered by Tag Walker. 24th save of the night for the junior to match his total in the last meeting between these teams. They will play each other one more time, and that comes up on January 30th at the Hess Ice Rink in Lawrence County. Nacy outletting for McIntyre. McIntyre unable to handle. Going in after it is Grundon. Grundon rides Monswell into the glass. Back to center for Cartwright. Cartwright, the lone goal scorer for Wilmington the last time these teams played each other on opening night. Gave it up to McIntyre. McIntyre hits the brakes, splits the defense, and on goal, save made Walker. Rebound, it's still loose, and the Greyhounds clear, but not all the way out. Bouncing puck deflected just wide. Walker making some really nice saves here, regardless of what the scoreboard says, as this puck is out in front and covered by the junior. Walker's season high in saves, by the way, was right after that Deer Lakes game. They played Neshannock 1 week later, 1 week after that first meeting, and Walker turned aside 33 shots from the Lancers. And he's just 6 shy of that right now as Wilmington pressures deep in Deer Lakes territory. Standing him up is David McCombs. McCombs waits to play this puck. And you see Pittsburgh Central Catholic's varsity team watching the game in the corner there. Peters Township at Pittsburgh Central Catholic is our nightcap here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry, and by W.G. Tomco Incorporated and the Donaldson Supply Company. And we appreciate the cooperation of all our sponsors this regular season as we get a penalty coming up here against the Greyhounds. .54 to go in the third period, 5-0 Deer Lakes. Second power play of the game coming up to the Lancers as Ligo is sent off for hooking. And as long as I'm giving out thanks, I want to give a shout out to Nomad. You heard their music, the local Greater Pittsburgh area band, during the intermission break and during all our commercial breaks for that matter. Nothing wrong with a little country blues, pop country, whatever you want to call it, to melt your heart here on a cold December night here in western Pennsylvania. Coming the other way for Deer Lakes is Porco. Well, that's Grundon, I'm sorry, putting it off the side of the net. Bradley retreating as Wilmington sends it the length. 1:20 to go in the minor penalty to Ligo. And a good poke check there by Cartwright. Cartwright with a chance now shorthanded. Cartwright to the goal, driving the net. Poked that by Coral, and Coral somehow makes the save. And he leaves the net wide open, but fortunately he was well supported by McIntyre. Now McIntyre driving the net. McIntyre to the goal. McIntyre couldn't pull the trigger. He just ran out of room to shoot, and a giveaway there to Cartwright. Now Cartwright, playing a little fire wagon hockey here on the penalty kill for Wilmington, is just going to send it deep. .35 to go in the minor penalty on Ligo. McIntyre outletting for Newlay. McIntyre unable to handle that drop pass, and the Lancers have to be careful playing this puck in neutral ice. Wilmington not shy about pressing shorthanded, as we just saw. That shot from the left hash is denied by Walker. Lancers battle for the loose puck in the final moments of the power play. Bogash for Grundon. Grundon creating space. Grundon toward the goal. Newlay can't settle it down, excuse me. And we're back to equal strength here as Carmichael sends it up ahead, a little too far for King. Another penalty kill by Wilmington. They are 2 for 2 in that department tonight as the Lancers come back the other way and put it off the side of the net. Good save there by Walker. And this centering pass broken up by Pitzer. Porco to the goal, off the iron. And a kick save there by Walker on the rebound. Gio Porco finding metal but not mesh as he looks for his third point of the night. And meanwhile, we're going to have a penalty on the Lancers here as Wilmington will go to the power play for the first time this evening. Neidig, the Deer Lakes captain, sent off for tripping with 12:16 to play in the third. Lancers come in with a #1 penalty kill in Division II at 94.3%, and it will be tested for the first time tonight. Pitzer trying to go backward off the faceoff, but got a little too zealous, and Wilmington has to retreat and tag up and re-enter the zone, and they dump the puck deep. Coral leaving his net to play it. Comes around the boards and all the way back into the Greyhound zone. Zanizer gave it away. Here come the Lancers shorthanded, and there goes the power play. And that was all Ryan Grundon there, the sophomore doing yeoman's work to try and generate a chance shorthanded. And he draws the penalty to negate the Wilmington power play, so we'll skate 4-on-4 for 1:28. And then the Lancers will get a truncated power play for 32 seconds. Rowan's winner, ducking around Cartwright. Rowan's winner from the left circle, puts it toward the goal. That went off his own man, Newlay out in front. Vollmer pinching, couldn't catch up to this puck. Outlet pass too far for Miller. And here come the Lancers. Dropped off for Newlay. And instead it's going to be scooped up by Gage Miller, who tried to find Noah Monswell the other way. Monswell taken down, nothing called. And Jake Bradley getting this puck deep for Deer Lakes. Bradley around Monswell as he runs into his own man there. That was Gage Miller. Covert with it at the red line for Cartwright. Cartwright with a nifty maneuver there, but a better poke check by Gio Porco. No giveaway there to King. King on goal and a kick save made by Coral. Porco coming the other way, stood up at the blue line by the Greyhounds. Cartwright peeling back as Leidig comes out of the box, and he's going to head right to the Deer Lakes bench. So the third power play of the night now for the Lancers, an abbreviated one with 10 minutes to go in regulation. And now Deer Lakes offside as Grundon couldn't get back on. Nacy off the face-off, too far for McIntyre. McIntyre pulling back. And now King plays it at neutral ice. Nacy peels back. That'll do it for the Deer Lakes power play. So the Lancers 0 for 3 on the PP, but here comes Nacy to the goal. Nacy trying a little toe drag there, but lost the puck. Nacy's still in search of the HT here with 9.5 to go in the third. Noah King hustling back for Wilmington. Puts it off the left leg, of Ben Coral. From the right circle is what I meant to say. Outlet pass to McIntyre. McIntyre has Grundon driving the net. Instead, McIntyre's going to shoot it himself, and Grundon denied on the rebound. Monswell unable to clear. Niding right between the circles, puts it wide, and he had all kind of English on that shot. One of the Lancers dumped in the neutral zone. That was Bradley getting the worst of that from Carmichael. Niding up ahead. McIntyre handles the bouncing puck. McIntyre shouldered into the glass by Patterson, but a steal by Deer Lakes. Backhand try, save made Walker. Rebound stopped again twice. Walker keeping that right leg steady as a rock as we hit the midpoint of period 3. Monswell, the Wilmington captain, up ahead for Chance Miller. Miller with a little spin maneuver there for Patterson, and Patterson denied from mid-range. Lancers get it back to center. Patterson handles the bouncing puck, and he is knocked hard at the ice by Gio Porco. Rowan's winner coming the other way. Rowan's winter behind the net. Out in front for Porco. Porco shoots partially deflected. Newlay from the top of the left circle for Rowan's winner. Now for Jackson Vollmer. Rowan's winner, side of the net, looking for Porco. They couldn't connect. Down low it comes to Porco. Porco from a bad angle. Squeezed up against the post by Walker, and he holds on. And you see the Peters Township Indians warming up off to our left, off the ice. Again, Peters Township at Pittsburgh Central Catholic is next here on 10-Band TV. As Walker makes another save and holds for a face-off. And that'll be a Peters Hockey TV simulcast. Indians looking for their 8th win in a row. The reigning Pennsylvania Cup champions in Class AAA. Central Catholic celebrating its 50th anniversary as an organized hockey program. Well, they're one of the oldest programs in Western PA. So this is a banner year for them and for different reasons. Shane Bayek defensively playing it for Wilmington. Up towards center, stolen by Zawolnicki. Down low for Cervone. Cervone unable to shoot it. Zawolnicki watches it come back to the Deer Lakes blue line. Now Cervone gets a step on Zanizer. Cervone pulling up at the right hash. Had his stick lifted by Bayek. McIntyre behind the net. McIntyre losing an edge in the corner as it's coughed up to the Greyhounds, and Bayek sends it up ahead to Cartwright. Cartwright couldn't get around Neidig. Neidig has a man breaking the other way. That was McIntyre. Instead, will drop it for Grundon, and Grundon's shot denied by Walker. Grundon has the rebound. Grundon goes center point now for Neidig. Neidig off a stick, a Wilmington stick for that matter, and steered wide of the goal. Now a 2-on-1 the other way for Cartwright. Has King right down the middle. Here comes King, top of the left circle. Shoots it wide of the goal. Cartwright couldn't shoot the rebound cleanly. Good stick work there by Vollmer. Nacy left circle, driving the net. Nacy shooting, save made Walker. Nacy has the rebound. Grundon behind the net. Trying to put it out in front for either McIntyre or Nacy. And that pass was cut off well by the Greyhounds, who come back 2-on-2. King trying to get around McCombs. McCombs stands him up. King continuing to fight for that puck as Deer Lakes works it loose. McIntyre through center. McIntyre on one hand. McIntyre to the goal. McIntyre shoots. Save made Walker as the net is dislodged. Oh, Sean McIntyre did everything there but score, literally. And if this score holds up, McIntyre would have the game winner. And really was pressing for his 10th of the season right there, and 2nd of the night. Pitzer taken off the puck by one of the Lancers. Give away to Patterson. Patterson's shot from above the right circle, steered aside by Coral. Now tag Walker, his Coral's counterpart, I beg your pardon, has eclipsed that season high in saves. He now has 37 on the night for the Greyhounds. Chance the other way now for Newlay. Newlay gets a couple of Greyhounds to go down, but Patterson sticks with the play. Unable to clear, though, and a penalty coming up. I think this is going to be on the Lancers. Elbowing is the indication. And Newlay not happy with the call, but it looks like he's going to go off here with 4 minutes to play in the third. Referee Pisano making the official signal. And referee March will drop the puck back in Deer Lakes territory. Second power play of the night for Wilmington. Now the Greyhounds trying to improve upon a power play that came in dead last, 3.3% in Division II. But a chance shorthanded for Porco. Porco from a bad angle off the side of the post. Monskill up ahead to King. King over the blue line. Hits the brakes. Goes cross ice. Oh, a good break up there by Porco. He read that play all the way. Cartwright, top of the right circle, trying to get around traffic. Just too many white jerseys in the way, though, as Ravenswinter sends this puck to the corner, and it comes back out in front where Coral aggressively plays it and covers for a faceoff, and the net behind Coral has come off. So looks like March is going to readjust that before this faceoff in Deer Lake's territory. 1:20 to go in the Wilmington power play. Montswell keeps it alive at the right point. Crosses for Cartwright. Cartwright from the left hash. Into the corner, behind the net. And again, the net has become dislodged, and Noah King expresses his frustration. Oh, if I know this building as well as I think I do, and I think I do because we've done a good many games here over the years, that there's just something about that net that always seems to come off literally at the worst possible time. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, gremlins in the ice or something, as Coral covers again. But I feel like in this particular rink, we have more dislodged nets over the course of a typical PIHL game than in most venues. I could be completely off, but I don't know. It just seems that way. In any event, off the face-off, one-timer from the right hash by Carmichael is denied by the skate of Ben Coral, the Deer Lake senior. 50 to go in the Wilmington power play as the Lancers clear it. Both teams making some changes here as Cartwright handles it for the Greyhounds. Cartwright picking up speed through center. Cartwright trying a little maneuver there to get around the Deer Lakes defensive tandem. But Jackson Vollmer has a stick check and sends this puck to the corner where it's taken again by Cartwright. Now Cartwright sent hard into the boards by Vollmer. Cervone clears it through center. And that should just about do it as Walker outlets it quickly to Carmichael, and Carmichael's going to have to hurry, though, to get a shot off. And Carmichael has his pocket picked by Nacy as Newlay hops back on. Final 2 minutes of regulation. Deer Lake's 2 for 2 on the PK. And they maintain their 5-0 lead as time ticks away and ticks toward a 4th home win out of 4 home games this season for the Deer Lakes Lancers. And the Lancers will be back in this building next Thursday for the next game against Burrell, and you'll be able to see that actually on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Our good friend Brian Mitchell going to have the call of that one. Wilmington also in action next Thursday night. They are at the Ice Castle to take on Carrick in Division II action, as that shot from long range is denied by Walker, and one of the Lancers is injured. That's McIntyre on his knees in the right wing circle, and finally Pisano blows his whistle with 62 ticks to talk. McIntyre fortunately getting off under his own power, but he immediately unbuckles his helmet and skates off with a modicum of disgust. And doesn't appear to be too serious from the naked eye, as Wilmington sends it deep in the final minute of play. Up ahead now to Porco. Porco looking for Grundon ahead of the defense, couldn't find him. Now Ravenswinter takes a leg, but keeps going forward. Ravenswinter trying to go cross ice for Grundon. That misfired. Neidig down low for Porco. Final 25 seconds. Neidig sends it to the half wall. Grundon down low for Ravenswinter. Neidig has it, center point, comes outside the zone, and he just wants to get his goaltender a shutout. And it is a hard-earned shutout at that. 5 seconds left. Ravenswinter going down, penalty coming up. And they actually will stop the clock with 1.4 seconds to spare. There's not going to be a penalty, actually. That's it. That is all she wrote from the USA rink at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville, where Ben Coral, an erstwhile PIHL Player of the Month, celebrates his second shutout of the season. And the Deer Lakes Lancers celebrate their third straight victory in 5-0 fashion here over their Gold Division rivals, the Wilmington Greyhounds. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski, producer. Thank you, Michael Lyman, camera operator. And thank you for watching and listening. 23 saves for the Deer Lake senior, and the Lancers celebrate a 5-0 win over Wilmington. Peters Township at Central Catholic is coming up next here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10-Band TV. And you watch this one courtesy of the Academy of Podiatry.